Hello, Scott from Wessex Blades on a mini tripod at the moment because Mitchell's got the main one and the light because he's gone to Bristol Docks to do a timescape. He's doing these motion capture things with a school camera. So I've got the little tiny desktopy thing at the moment, so I'm just waiting for it to tilt forward. This is a tag response for Mr. Flash 22, I think his name is. And it's for my New Year's resolutions for 2014. I don't generally do resolutions because I've got a very it's a Kawasaki heavy industry sort of idea. It's evolution, not revolution. Unless I see a complete reason for doing a complete sea change, what I try and do is tweak what I got and build on the things that have been achieved at the moment. So one of these things being my finishing station. So we need about a tripod. Stay. So coarse wheel, fine wheel, buff on, buff off, buff on, wax on, wax off. Alright, so there you go. Evolution. It just so happened that one didn't go on a block, I hadn't got around to it, but it G clamps to the stage, and that was that just dawned on me. Of course, fine, wax on, wax off, buff on, buff off. So, a bit of a step forward. I have EDC plans. I have lever sheath plans. So I've got more of those made up. That was the first time since September I could actually get on the machine. That's my life. And I've had to take all but 4 weekends since July at Tesco's. Just had to grab it. Many reasons why. My wife was hoping to get a job in July after finishing being a teacher training thingy person. She's only just got one last week. So from then until now, she's been doing part-time secretarial, a bit of holiday cover, a bit hit and miss, month in hand. You know, you start in month A, and you don't get paid to the end of month C. Things like that. Amber's student finance was a complete debacle. So she was living on basically next to nothing. So she's I used all my PayPal up, trying to keep her fed, sending her stuff. Student finance dropped the ball again. Hey, we're here. Everything's still running along somehow, and hopefully 2014's the long and slow climb out of this financial hole that I'm in. But that's not that. What I'm trying to do is gradually, as I build on what I've got. And what I've got is a bloody great pillar drill, small bench drill. These saw machines are little bits on a 1x30, and it's bandsaw, so I'm just trying to get out and more often to make it more as efficient as I can with the small amount of time I can get out here. I've got the one I want to get done as fast as possible is a second Boudica sheath. I've got plans with the leaf springs. I've got plans with the Dorset wood blade blanks. As for overnighters, of course, if I'm grabbing the overtime at Tesco's, the early morning shift I do, that means I can't do an overnighter. So if I do an overnighter, being there is because it costs me 35-40 quid. This year I haven't been in a position to say I can do overnighters whenever. I've had to take, literally, I need the money now. Now it's been a real kicker for me because it hasn't left much viewing for you, but I've had to do what I do to keep them plates spinning. The blades that I've sold has been quite quite encouraging. I did that one with the sheave on Gear Bastion in 1 in 4 hours, so I know the potential's there. I know not enough people want to buy me stuff. It's more than enough people want to buy my stuff. It's just really disappointing for me and everybody else that I can't get them done fast enough in any way, shape or form. I mean, you know, and with my wife doing her teaching, you can imagine the time she's going to be investing in lesson plans and marking. So the amount of time I got, I can't unfortunately see it upping in a marked amount. There may be more time, yes, as we get more financially stable, but what I want to do is make it more efficient, so the time I spend out here I can get more achieved. And one of those huge step forwards that I want to get is the rivet setter for the press. I've got the arbor press in the corner, because if I can do Kydex sheaves, I can start knocking out small, neat, tiny ones, and then I'll get a little bit more funds coming in order to make it all just justified more than anything. Because my lever sheaves take 2 weeks. 2 weeks to do it, and that's with jumping in an hour or 2 hours a day. Sometimes I can't do that. Sometimes I get 30 minutes. Sometimes I might get an hour. Very rare I can do 2 hours at a time, because I've got tasks in the house to keep going as well. But it's just little moves like this that make it more efficient. And those finishing wheels, it's just another little incremental step forward into turning this puddle into a workshop that can churn stuff out. So sorry it's not resolutions, but it's things to tick off, it's goals that I've got in my mind, and goals I've had in my mind for 3 years odd. Okay, and justifying this grinder is another big one. The potential that this thing's got is a massive step forward. So once I've been able to get the Boudica sheath done, I can actually start on using it to try and come up with blades that are still intrinsically mine, because as you use different equipment, the actual action that it does is different speeds, different this, different that, so it actually creates things slightly different. So it's getting used to this in order to come up with, it could be something that looks different, but it is still instantly recognizable as my blade. There's a lot of things out there, blades and sheaves and cars and laptops, you look at it and I can see why they're influenced by other people, and I see why they look like that, but it's definitely got a twist of the maker in it. They've put their own flavour on it, and that's why I've always liked about my blades, is that if you show one of my blades out, people will go, Wessex blades. Definitely, that's the guy in the wet garage. And I don't want to lose the identity or the mark, as it were, and just churning out carbon copy blades of other people, or just how it goes on there, or that's how it makes it. I want to put my flavour on the things. I want that sort of oldie worldy Saxony, Keltney or Viking-y sort of look to it. That's what I want to do, and as fast as I can do it, that's how I'm going to do it. I just don't know how much time I'm going to get, sorry to say, but keeping the videos going, getting the editing done, which does take a fair while on my laptop, but it's just keeping the community rolling, keeping the giving going in terms of what I can upload and sharing, tips and ideas, support vids whenever I can. I mean, a lot of the times I'm not entering for the prize. I'm entering because I can see they got a site that's growing, so let's do an entry because it will bring interest to that person's site. So it's a shout out as well. and just as it goes and grows, it's still YouTube, not Google Plus, because this is our baby, not theirs. They're not really putting much into it. We're the contributors, we're the nuts and bolts, we're the blood and bones, not Google. So the more we put into it, the more we'll get out of it. So that's the way I want to look at it at the moment. There's nothing we can really do about it. Google Plus virus, as it were, but we can still keep this ours and keep it special. And that's something I definitely don't want to let go of. So in terms of resolutions, no, sorry, not quite, mate, but ideas, plans, goals, steps to making a future, I got loads. So Scott from Wessex Blades with Mr. Flash 22's tag. Wish you all happy Christmas, Scott from Wessex Blades. See you on the next one.